Have you ever stopped to consider that the way you behave every day might be inadvertently breaking your dog's heart? Imagine if every overlooked moment, every raised voice, or even a misplaced gesture could hurt your best friend's feelings. Research shows that dogs have emotional intelligence similar to that of a 2-year-old child. They can feel joy, sadness, and even heartbreak. Welcome to Veterinary Secrets. Today, we're unveiling 9 common habits that your beloved pooch will find very hard to forgive. Stay with me as we explore these behaviors, share personal stories from my veterinary career, and learn how to build a more secure, loving relationship with your dog. And if you enjoy what you hear, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more expert advice and heartwarming insights. Dogs are much more than loyal pets. They are emotionally sensitive creatures who experience the world in profound ways. Just like us, they thrive on positive interactions and feel the sting of neglect or harsh treatment. In my years as a veterinarian, I have witnessed firsthand how seemingly small actions can leave lasting scars on a dog's heart. Today, I'll walk you through 9 everyday things that might hurt your dog's feelings, ranging from ignoring them and using punishment-based training to misusing their safe spaces like crates. By understanding these behaviors, you can take actionable steps to ensure your dog feels valued, secure, and loved. Let's dive into these critical points and discover how to create a nurturing environment for your furry companion. 1. Ignoring them. The pain of being overlooked. One of the most heartbreaking things for a dog is feeling ignored. Dogs are inherently social and thrive on interaction and companionship. When you're constantly preoccupied or dismiss your dog's need for attention, it can lead to feelings of loneliness and abandonment. Dogs are wired for connection. When left alone too often or given minimal attention, they feel isolated. This lack of interaction not only affects their emotional well-being, but can also lead to destructive behaviors as they try to get your attention in other ways. I once treated a charming border collie named Luna, whose owner had a demanding job and often came home too busy to interact with her. Luna's behavior changed dramatically. She became anxious, started barking excessively, and even began to exhibit signs of depression. I recommended hiring a weekday dog walker and introducing interactive toys to keep her engaged. Soon enough, Luna became more active, her anxiety diminished, and she blossomed into a happier, more relaxed dog. Even if your schedule is hectic, make sure to carve out quality time for your dog. Small actions, such as a morning play session or a short walk during your lunch break, can make all the difference. Remember, your dog's emotional health is just as important as its physical health. 2. Punishment-based training, building fear instead of trust. Many dog owners still resort to punishment-based training techniques, yelling, scolding, or even physical discipline when their dog makes a mistake. While this might seem like an effective way to enforce good behavior, it can have devastating long-term effects on your dog's trust and confidence. Imagine being constantly criticized or punished without understanding why. Dogs, much like children, need to feel secure and loved to learn effectively. Punishment creates fear, confusion, and can even lead to aggressive or anxious behaviors. It erodes the very trust that forms the foundation of your relationship. Replace punishment with positive reinforcement. When your dog follows a command or behaves well, reward them immediately. This approach not only teaches them the desired behavior more effectively, but also fosters a loving, trust-based relationship. 3. Segregation from the pack. The hurt of isolation. Dogs are pack animals by nature. Their sense of belonging and security comes from being part of a family group. When a dog is isolated, whether it's kept away in a kennel or confined to a backyard, it feels like it's been banished from its loved ones, which can deeply hurt its emotional well-being. Separation from the family deprives a dog of the constant social interaction and approval it craves. Being labeled as bad and isolated only intensifies feelings of rejection and loneliness. It's a clear signal to the dog that it isn't valued, which can lead to further behavioral issues. I once saw a case where a small terrier mix named Benny was routinely isolated in a separate room as a form of punishment for minor misbehaviors. Over time, Benny grew increasingly anxious and withdrawn. His behavior improved significantly only after his owner ceased the isolation practices and instead sought professional guidance to address his behavioral issues through positive reinforcement and more. Inclusive training methods. Avoid isolation as a punishment. Instead, seek ways to correct behaviors through guidance, training, and increased attention. Remember, your dog's desire for closeness is not a flaw, it's an essential part of who they are. 4. No house rules, the importance of consistency. Dogs thrive on structure and clear boundaries. Without a consistent set of house rules, dogs can become confused about what is acceptable behavior, leading to frustration and insecurity. Imagine living in a house where the rules change daily. It would be disorienting for anyone, let alone a dog. Without clear rules, dogs don't understand their role within the household. This lack of structure can lead to behaviors such as jumping on furniture or misbehaving during meal times. When expectations are constantly changing, your dog feels insecure and uncertain about its place in the family. Set clear and consistent house rules for your dog. Involve all family members in the process to ensure that your dog receives a uniform message. Consistency creates a sense of security and helps your dog understand its role in the family. 5. Punishing fearful behavior, the cost of lacking empathy. Many everyday situations, thunderstorms, fireworks, or even the vacuum cleaner, can be terrifying for dogs. Instead of offering comfort, some owners mistakenly punish their dogs for exhibiting fear. This not only intensifies the fear but also undermines the trust that dogs place in their owners. When a dog is scared, it needs reassurance, not punishment. Reacting negatively to a dog's fear can make it feel even more vulnerable and alone. This can lead to a cycle of increased anxiety, avoidance behaviors, and a diminished sense of security. Always approach your dog's fears with empathy. When your dog is frightened, provide a calming presence and gentle reassurance. Recognize that fear is a natural emotion and that your support can make all the difference in helping your pet feel safe. 6. Using the crate as punishment. Turning a safe haven into a prison. For many dogs, a crate should be a sanctuary, a personal space where they feel safe and secure. However, when a crate is used as a form of punishment, it becomes associated with fear and discomfort. No dog should feel that their personal space is a punishment box. The crate is meant to be a comforting, secure area for your dog. When used for punishment, it sends a conflicting message that their safe space is actually a place of rejection and anxiety. This can lead to increased stress, reluctance to use the crate, and overall behavioral issues. I once treated a beagle named Charlie who was showing signs of extreme distress whenever he was placed in his crate. His owner had been using the crate as a timeout for misbehavior. After educating the owner on how to reintroduce the crate as a positive space with treats, toys, and gentle encouragement, Charlie slowly began to see it as his safe haven again. His overall behavior and anxiety levels improved noticeably. Never use the crate as a tool for punishment. Instead, ensure it is a positive, inviting space for your dog. Introduce the crate gradually with rewards and make it a place where your dog can relax and feel secure. 7. Rubbing their nose in it. A damaging approach to accidents. One of the most common and damaging practices is punishing a dog by rubbing its nose in an accident. This practice is not only ineffective but also deeply harmful to your dog's emotional well-being. Imagine if every mistake you made was met with public humiliation. It would erode your confidence and trust in those around you. Punishing your dog for an accident by rubbing its nose in it teaches your pet that mistakes are shameful events to be hidden rather than learning opportunities. This approach breeds fear and confusion as the dog does not understand why it is being punished. It may also cause your dog to hide accidents, making it more difficult to address underlying issues with proper training. Always address accidents with understanding, not punishment. Use positive reinforcement to encourage proper behavior. Acknowledge and reward good behavior to reinforce the desired habits, and never let an accident become a source of shame for your dog. 8. Misusing the come command. Betraying trust. The come command is often considered the golden rule of dog training, a command that should signal something positive, like a treat or a fun game. However, when this command is used to enforce less pleasant outcomes, such as sending your dog to a bath or a visit to the vet, it can feel like a betrayal to your dog. Instead of being a command of joy and reward, it becomes a signal for something they fear. Dogs learn to associate the come command with positive outcomes only when it consistently brings rewards or affection. When you misuse this command for something unpleasant, your dog's trust in that command erodes, making training and communication less effective over time. I once advised a family whose energetic German Shepherd, Max, started to become reluctant to respond to the come command because it was often followed by something he didn't like, such as a bath or enforced quiet time. Once the family began using the command exclusively for positive activities like treats and playtime, Max's responsiveness improved dramatically, and his enthusiasm for coming when called was fully restored. Reserve the come command for positive situations only. Ensure that your dog associates this word with good things, so that every time you call them, they eagerly respond with trust and excitement. 9. Skipping quality playtime. The neglect of mental and physical stimulation. Dogs are active, intelligent beings that need both physical exercise and mental stimulation. Neglecting playtime can leave your dog feeling bored, frustrated, and undervalued. When you don't spend quality time playing with your dog, it can lead to behavioral issues and a weakened bond between you and your pet. Playtime isn't just about physical exercise, it's an opportunity for your dog to engage their mind, interact with you, and express their natural instincts. Without this outlet, ensure you provide your dog with regular physical and mental exercise. A few minutes of dedicated play each day can significantly enhance your dog's overall well-being and reinforce the bond you share. I want to take a moment to remind you, if you're finding these insights helpful, please support our mission by liking this video, sharing your personal stories and questions in the comments, and subscribing to Veterinary Secrets. Your engagement not only helps spread awareness about how our actions affect our pets, but also builds a community of informed, caring dog owners dedicated to nurturing the emotional well-being of their furry family members. In closing, remember that your dog's emotional health is as vital as its physical well-being. Every action you take, from how you speak to how you train, plays a crucial role in shaping your dog's inner world. By embracing consistency, positive reinforcement, and empathy, you create an environment where your dog feels secure, valued, and deeply loved. Our journey today has shown that even the most seemingly trivial actions can have profound effects on your dog's emotional state. When you ignore your dog, punish them harshly, or misuse tools like the crate and training commands, you risk fracturing the trust that forms the core of your relationship. On the other hand, small changes like regular playtime, consistent routines, and a gentle approach to training can transform your dog's life and strengthen the bond you share. I hope the stories and insights shared today inspire you to reflect on your own habits and consider how you might create a more loving, nurturing environment for your pet. Every wag of the tail, every joyful bark, and every moment of shared silence is an opportunity to build a deeper connection. If you found this video insightful, please support our community by liking this video, sharing your own experiences in the comments, and subscribing to Veterinary Secrets. Your engagement helps us continue to provide expert advice and heartwarming stories that empower dog owners everywhere. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the emotional lives of our canine companions. Remember, a happy dog begins with a loving and informed owner. Keep exploring, keep learning, and always show kindness to your four-legged family members. Until next time, take care and cherish every moment with your dog.